Um, and we're just gonna go ahead. Looks like they're ready to go. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Looks like we're gonna go ahead and have Burt's banning Sis Horizon with no idea banning Soul second.
Oh no, I definitely, like I said, I wanted to see Sis Horizon be played and to just look at that map being banned first. My heart's broken. My heart's broken.
Yeah, no, that's definitely rough. Let's see. We have Skyway Stadium, one of our more popular maps to split actually. I think it has one of the lowest ban rates overall. Definitely a good map to play. It has a lot of good neutral ground. A lot of opportunities for teams to both trade cash outs. It's definitely something that's very exciting to watch.
Definitely very exciting to watch, and seeing Monaco being picked as well. I feel like that's a very interesting pick because usually, from what I remember, Monaco was definitely one of those maps, kind of like Vegas, where most players didn't really want to play it. The meta
Mhm.
has always kind of been, heavy running shotgun, and running shotgun in Monaco when you have those structures in the air, they usually just don't really go hand in hand. So I'm
Mhm.
very interested to see that Monaco and what these players are going to be bringing to the table.
Oh yeah, definitely for sure. And then we're closing out with Las Vegas, like we said, very close range maps. Definitely one of the reasons that we're starting to see a lot more shotguns come out, especially with the strength that the shotguns give towards the players. And I'm definitely excited to see where we go with that.
Definitely very excited, as it looks like we're going to be going into Skyway Stadium. And can you remind me and the viewers who? I do imagine that Birds are also going to be hosting the first map, right? So they will have
Yep.
that ping advantage.
Yeah, so we are going to be going to North America first here. It's going to be Burt's taking the first map, and just so you guys know, the way that we run this, since it is a interregional event, is that North America, if you are the higher seeded team based on your split two standings, we'll get your server first. So obviously, if it's North America versus North America, you don't have to worry about switching servers at all. But if you're going against North America or you're going against EU and they're not your region, the way we have it working is that the higher seed gets their server pick first. So in this case,
Mm.
we're going to North America. Map two will be going back to EU to play a set on EU servers, and then we'll go ahead and go back to North America for map three if
I
it's needed.
got it. So, in other words, it's a very important. This has to be a very important victory for the EU team here. If they
Mhm.
manage to get map number one on NA ping, then obviously they're gonna have an easier time on their map pick and on their servers. So this map one is going to be a big map for sure to see. So Birds really gotta bring out all that they have because they cannot be losing map number one, or they're gonna be looking a little sticky for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. So looks like we're going to go ahead and get the lobby set up here. But going in for this first game, do you think No Idea has a strong chance to make a statement
Mm.
against our reigning split win champions Burst?
You see, I would like to think so. Yes, I think it all depends on like what type of meta they try to go out for. I mean, I do want to see some aggressive zip lines being played. I do imagine. I think because they're on a disadvantage on the ping, I think
Mhm.
they have to cash burst on surprise and play a little bit more aggressive than usual. I know it's kind of doesn't really make sense. Most people would think that, oh, you're at a ping disadvantage. Maybe let's
Mhm.
wait for the other team to kind of aggress to us and let's kind of just sit back and play in corners. But you can actually use that against that enemy team, and you can just use that fact, and you can play aggressive yourself instead and catch a team by surprise. So I think if they manage to do some really aggressive plays, they can
Mhm.
definitely take this home.
All right, yeah, and I definitely agree with you on that part there. I do think that playing aggressive is definitely the way you want to play here, especially since we're playing close range. It's
Yeah.
basically the first team to take that initiative, to push up, take that fight, and just play around your corners. I definitely think that team is going to go ahead and take the win on this match.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the viewers at home would love to see that too. I would
Mhm.
imagine in this matchup, they are the underdogs. This AU team are considered the underdogs here. So it's always great to see a great underdog story being able to take down the Master Series 1 champions. And I mean, I would definitely love to see it.
Yeah, and I would love to see it too. One thing I really want to see is, has the meta changed since we last played? We haven't gotten that many
Mm.
updates since then, but I'm really hoping that we get to see more assault rifle play, maybe some more long range. Hopefully, we can see a light on one of these maps. That's something I really, really do want to see for sure. We are waiting on confirmation from one of the players to go ahead and hop right into a match. But like I was saying, if we can go ahead and get more long range, I'm not gonna lie. I am me personally not a big fan of the shotgun meta, but it is very exciting to watch because we get to see a lot of hot moments. I've seen Z just like completely annihilate a team with the model 1887. It's really, really fun to watch.
Now, I would definitely love to see that, but I'm very glad you brought up the Light because Light has been one of those characters that has been changed so much throughout the seasons, and they got a lot of interesting guns. What are the chances that we're gonna see a crossbow here? I would love to see some crossbow gameplay.
I'm not sure. I haven't seen a bow quite yet. I'm thinking everyone's still rocking the LH1 or even the
No.
MP5. I don't remember the MP5 name. It's been a while since I last played. I've been really busy like behind the scenes in the
Mhm.
broadcast and production part. But yeah, apart from that, I'm really, really excited to see what we get out today here.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, I guess if you're playing the Light, it just doesn't provide as much value as it used to in season one, simply because the whole point of picking light was to be able to counter the heavy or double heavy meta with
Yeah.
your with it remind me of the gadget here, stars, with the EMP,
Oh, the
what's it,
mesh shield, the
with
mesh shield
the,
and
yeah,
bubble.
yeah, but the gadget that the light has to counter the mesh shield is called
Glitch grenade, glitch grenade.
glitch grenade. Thank you. So now with the new season, we have glitch barrels now. So
Mhm.
that glitch grenade kind of loses a lot of value. So the whole point of picking that light to be able to counter the heavy mesh shield and bubble, it kind of just like anyone can do it at any time now if you just carry that barrel around. So definitely lost a lot of value to be picking that light. But
That is
hey,
true.
I would still love to see a light being picked here for sure.
Yeah, and I would really like to see it too, but like you brought up a really good point with the glitch bureaus, like making the light character completely obsolete. Like it just fills the gap and fills the role much better because one, you can generally it has a really good range where it can like EMP the whole entire team. So it's definitely understandable why teams are starting to stray away from the light. There's really not a
Yeah.
need go and pick up the light as it looks like we're ready to go ahead and get into our first map, Skyway Stadium. I'm really excited to see the gameplay here and seeing what everyone's going to go ahead and bring out for us.
Definitely super excited. And look at this cool cinematic we got going on here for this map. Here we go, going straight into the action. It looks like we're going to be tuning into BURTS first. And they are going for that double medium heavy meta here. No surprise, no surprise. I remember in the finals, it was also a lot of double medium heavies as they're going to be going straight for the first vault. They got the lucky spawn. The enemy team, no idea, is
Oh
right next to them
no.
as well.
Looks like we're going to go ahead and have a disconnect. Oh, never mind. Looks like everyone wants to restart the lobby. That is so unfortunate to have a DC right there.
No problem. These type of
Oh,
things happen all the time.
it looks like it's actually a zipline bug where they can't really connect to the zip line. So we're gonna go ahead and reset the lobby and hopefully get us back into action as soon as possible.
No problem, no problem. These type of stuff happen all the time, but you know what? We're gonna get it fixed right away for everyone here, as we're definitely gonna go straight into the action as soon as we get everybody back. And when it comes to like bugs and stuff like that, it's the gaming industry. This type of stuff happens, But the cool thing about the finals is that they have weekly updates, so they're consistently updating these things, and they're definitely trying their best. So as these tournaments goes on, as time goes on, these events, these custom matches, spectating the bugs, everything's gonna get better and better and better.
Yeah, definitely for sure. It's one of those things I love at Embark for is that they're definitely always listening. They're always trying to fix the problems. As things come out, there might be some lines of code that might be maybe messed up that they might have missed, but it's completely fine because they're patient, they're always listening, and they're just trying to go and make the game better for the players themselves.
Exactly, exactly. So I'm very interested to see. And oh my god, the fact that we have a spectator mode now, beautiful,
And
beautiful.
gone are the days that we are co-streaming the players' point of views directly. Now is the time for direct gameplay straight from one person.
Straight from one person for sure. That because that is gonna bring up the whole the value and just the whole entertainment of this stream. Just being able to actually see the POV without having to worry about Twitch ads and and stuff like
Yes.
that from player stream. Because I remember
Yes.
I remember watching the last Masters qualifier, and we were trying to watch Gremlins specifically, and this boy kept playing 3 minutes of ads every 30 minutes, and it was just one of the most. It was like funny, but also like, come on, man, we're trying to see your perspective. Why you playing
That's
ads,
what
man?
I'm saying, bro.
Like,
Twitch,
I
why we
mean,
gotta have ads, man? Why we gotta have ad? Why we have to have pre-roll ads, dog? Twitch, come on,
yeah,
dog.
come on, Twitch, come on, Twitch.
All right, it looks like we're getting back into it. As it looks like Drake is actually on the light here. We asked for it, we receive it. Oh, never mind. Looks like wait. Okay, never mind. He's going to the medium. Okay. So no light here. But we do like we see we have the two models. We have the SA shotgun, and it's looking like we're definitely getting a close range, much close range fights.
We're definitely gonna have a lot of close range fights, and I see No Idea has Mr. Derp. Mr. Derp is a player that I met very early on as well, so I'm very interested to see how much better he has gotten over time, as it looks like the ball is going to be spawning across the map here. It's going to be very interesting to see who's going to get there first, as they're actually kind of right next to each other, but they don't know this yet. It looks like No Idea should be getting that vault touch first, and it looks like BURTS are 100% okay with that. They're going to be playing the rotation here.
Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and see Drake and them setting up. They're trying to see where BURTS is gonna be playing from. They're just playing very slow. They don't want to start the vault just yet. They want to make one thing we like to see North America do, and I found out this from the last tournament, is they like the ego push. They like to get an early fight out first before they get the vault, so they get an early rotate over to the cash out. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and see them getting a cash out. We're just going to Swaco and BURTS just go ahead and play slow. They're just going to play for rotate. We're splitting the distance between both cash outs so they can cut them off and push an easy team wipe to get that timer running for their team.
Yeah, playing very patient indeed, and it looks like this might be what we're gonna be seeing for the next maybe minute or so, because obviously No Idea are very well aware that BURTS are hiding. They don't 100% know where they are. So right now what No Idea wants to do is to try to see where BURTS are, so they can kind of just get the jump start on a cash out. Definitely it would be ideal to be able to start the cash out without losing a player. Oh,
what a bait! Drake ran towards A to try. They realized that BURTS is playing split. So basically, they've baited A so they can get a free enter into B. They're going to be able to go here and set up early. It's going to be interesting to see what we're going to get from this here. As both teams start to rotate, BURTS are going to be seen here as they push up. You got the mesh shield coming out from Mr. Dirt. And as we get ready to go, the glitch barrel in hand with Z2 glitch barrels in fact right here, ready to guarantee that they're not going to use their abilities.
Wow, that's going to be very interesting to see all of these new gadgets being used, and definitely BURTS. That bait was very crucial because now they do not have the height advantage, but it doesn't matter to them as they're going to be ziplining, and the action is going to get started here as we have Acoustic trying his best to get some damage. They're not going to be able to, but it's going to be a massive RPG coming in from Mr. Derp, trying to play very aggressive. Not going to be able to do much though, and that's going to be one RPG already down as BURTS are going to be inside of the catch already. They're going to be baiting this. I would imagine they're not going to commit unless they get a pick here, and the pick is what
huge damage.
Oh, and look at that.
Can they do it? 1v2, and they already close it out. It's going to be able to go ahead and get a free score right here. Swaco kind of struggling to get into the building here, but that is completely fine. Great job from Swaco to get huge early damage here in that team fight. They're going to go ahead and secure the first cash out. It looks like that No Ideas only have one chance to get this score here.
Yeah, but this chance is I don't know how much of a chance this is, because they literally have to ape. They have almost no time to think. All they got to do is try their best to just run to the cash out and just try to bait it out. And as we're saying that, the fight is going to start. This is going to be around a 10-15 second fight because they have to hop on this right away. And Akusa trying his best to hit some shots. Definitely has a kill here. If he can hit one more shot, but Swako's going to come around
and
the
he clutched.
corner. Not gonna be able to, unfortunately. And look at that, BURTS didn't even lose one person yet again. That's 2 fights in a row where they were able to completely wipe No Idea without losing a person.
As we see, the second vault is going to be spawning at offices. Just again, I don't think I've ever seen this, Elvin, with two vaults spawning here at the offices.
Yeah,
Very
actually, the chances of that are very low. I've never seen that either, and I have hundreds of hours played on this game. So that's very interesting to see. So now, I would imagine that No Idea is kind of try their best to do kind of what BURTS did, but maybe a little bit better, where they don't want to get baited the same way they baited BURTS, right? So they're gonna try their best to play a little bit slow. But as I'm saying that, that's not what they're doing at all. They're showing their face, they're showing their presence. They're definitely not afraid to show it. Because, I mean, even if they take damage, they're not going to take much damage from the shotguns from range, right? And even if they do, they're just going to get healed up right away. And they're just going to be right behind BURTS' tail, as BURTS is trying to their best to just get to the cash out.
Oh man, what a high-speed chase that we're gonna see right here. You see the movement coming out here, the pads coming out. BURTS trying to go ahead and get a rotate. They're gonna go ahead and stop a little bit, get on top of the crane, get higher ground advantage as they rotate towards C. And man, I gotta say, C is a dangerous place to have a cash out at. As you can see, as we're rotating over here to the side, as they're basically gonna set up your drop below. What they do is you're gonna set up grenade right below a jump pad, and basically you can infinitely loop the cash out to fall off the map. So
Oh my God. No, you're 100% right. I remember seeing that actually, and on the first Master Series where BURTS actually pulled it off, and they ended up winning the cash out because of that, practically. And as we're saying that the fight has already started, not much damage being done from either team, as they're just trying their best. BURTS is trying their best to just delay as much time as possible, but a little misposition coming in from Acoustic, going up by themselves as a medium. You don't want to go up the zip line as a medium by yourself. And Swako's going to take advantage of the numbers here, and he's going to single out the other person. And just like that, the fight is pretty much over. BURTS are on top yet again.
Oh man, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little hard to keep track of this fight. We know that Embark is working on it, and so I'm definitely grateful that they are listening to us. So I'm definitely excited to see that coming here in the. But for right now, it's what we're working with, and I'm glad that we had the spectator system as we see the fight. They're ready to come in. They're coming in with that mesh shield. They're trying to find out where they're set up. They're splitting up, find that information. As we see the jump pad is set up, they know. So they're gonna try and break this jump pad. No, they're not. They're going straight for the fight.
Wow.
Running up, trying to get away. Huge damage coming with that rocket. What is gonna go down? D trying to go ahead and get that res. He's not gonna get it. As
wow.
They're going ahead and see Chase is going to get trying to get his out so they can go and get that res. Hey, gonna get his teammate back up. No chasing. There's damage coming out onto Z. 1 kill coming out. Going to go down with this trade. Mr. They're going for a quick steal as his team goes, and that's gonna be a team wipe. We are gonna have the vault coming in as we're going to a vault number 3.
Wow, beautifully played from No Idea, engaging, splitting up. I was very worried at the beginning because they completely ignored the goo grenade and jump pad setup. They said, you know what, we don't want to waste our time or our bullets with this. We need to engage now, and they ended up succeeding, and that's exactly what we want to see here from No Idea.
I'm seeing Elvin.
What are the chances?
Bro,
oh my lord.
No residential district, no spawns at the market district, no spawn at the construction site. All 3 office buildings. What are we doing here?
Yeah, that's very interesting to see. And primarily the team that ends up getting the vault first ends up losing the cash out at the end. Is that going to stay true for this third cash out?
Oh, it's time to see as we have Mr. Dirt and No Idea hot in pursuit. We're gonna go ahead. This is gonna be in, like, I'm not sure if this is hospital or what, but I'm pretty sure this is another office building. We're seeing them come from above. They're just gonna go ahead, take saber control, and play to the side. A lot of teams play to the side. Huge rock coming out onto Z. We're gonna go ahead and bubble forward, take some space here. Have the C4 coming out, not doing a lot of damage. Walt is gonna go ahead and drop Mr. Dirt. Following back, both teams just gonna go ahead.
And it looks like we have a little bit of a stalemate, but as I see that, a huge rocket. They're not going to engage off of that, though. So both teams are going to reset. They're going to be back to 100 health. And again, Birds, they're just trying to play time here. They're just trying to not get picked. If they could get a pick, that would be amazing. But their goal right now is to just stay alive for as long as possible. But No Idea knows this. So they have to play very aggressive as they just found each other. But once again, getting singled out. Unfortunately, the rest is going to be successful right away, though. Mr. Derp, oh, they closed the door on it, but that was a close one. They are going to be able to reset yet again. And RPGs is back for Mr. Derp. This has to be a big RPG. And if they do damage, they have to play very aggressive. But look at this. Look at this. First, have the height advantage yet again as they're going to be dropping down. And that's going to be one pick.
Yeah, this is down to one person. Chick is going to go ahead and get res, but he doing a lot of damage here coming out. And that is going to go ahead and be a team wipe. They're going to go hold it onto his wall once again. And they only have time to instantly go for this. They're not they get a very close spawn. They can only go for steal. They cannot take the fight, which is not a good situation for No Idea. It looks like BURTS might come out here on top, but it looks like they do have a close spawn. They might be able to get this steal. They're hopping in. Jump pads coming out. Can they get it? Fight is going to go ahead and come out. Trying to get a distraction here, but it's not going to work. Mr. by himself. That's it.
And just like that, Birds are going to be taking the very first map. They were at a big advantage. It was their map pick, and they were on their own connection. But I think something that we do have to know is that No Idea is definitely fighting back. Although they are in a EU team, they do have one player that is NA, and that's Mr. Derp. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Mr. Derp is NA. So they, at the very least, they do have that 1 minute advantage that definitely helps them out in that NA connection. But now that they're on EU, they have a 2-man advantage to hopefully take this one home and hopefully bring it to map number 3.
And I'm definitely excited. That was a really, really, really close map there. I'm definitely excited to see what we are in store for on map number Monaco coming out. Now, I will say this is one of the few maps that I have seen so far in this qualifier teams switching to that assault rifle. And I think it makes sense too because this map relies on long lines of sight, not necessarily close quarters like you might see on Skyway Stadium or Las Vegas, but long range fights indeed out here. Definitely excited to see what we get.
Yeah, definitely long range fights. But Monaco is one of those maps where it's kind of a mix of both because a lot of the cash outs sometimes end up being inside of those houses. So anyone that has that shotgun, you're going to be blessed because it's going to be nothing but close range. But it just depends on their luck. Are they gonna? It depends on how the map, because we all know that depending on the rounds, sometimes the map completely change. Sometimes the map will turn into a very close range map where most cash outs are inside the building, or other times it is up in the air right above you, and that's when those assault rifles are going to be, coming into fruition. Now it's going to be interesting to see if the meta is going to change depending on this map, or if we're going to stick with the same triple shotgun meta, because it's very interesting to see 3 shotguns. That's I would have never thought. I would have at least thought that one of the mediums would have gone a little bit more variety and gone for that assault rifle just in case for those long range fights. But it looks like all of these 6 players are kind of just in the same ideas. Like there's just a meta in place right now, and it kind of looks like if you're using an assault rifle, maybe you're just not really up to par with the other players because everyone apparently just loves those shotguns.
Yeah, and I just like to add on to that. Like, I feel like it's kind of just a fall of the F car. It seems like not a lot of teams really like the AKM, and like with all the nerfs down to the F car, it's really, really starting to fall out of favor to play long range fights. Obviously, we'll see the F car battle every once in a while. It is now truly balanced, quotation marks, obviously, but it's really definitely fun to see whenever they do bring it out the long range fights because it makes it more exciting. It's not because you're seeing a lot more poking, you're
Yeah.
seeing a lot more fights being taken where okay, you have the damage advantage, just go ahead and push in. But I also think it has to do with how strong the model 1887 is, the ranging.
Mm,
You can literally chunk someone's health like 50% of their health from pretty far away. The
yeah.
range on it is really, really good.
Yeah, I guess you can say the Model 1887 is just a new assault rifle, right? or even better, it's the medium's version of the sniper rifle then. as you
Yeah.
can see. As players are definitely are choosing to use that. And I mean, it's always made sense. The model has always been a really good gun. The only reason why it wasn't necessarily picked every single map is because the Scar was a little bit overtuned. You're 100%
Yeah.
right about that. You I think you're right on the point where the Scar was always meta simply because it did a little bit of more damage compared to every other gun. But now since it got nerfed over the time, it just kind of makes more sense to go for the next best gun, which is the model. But you know what? I do think still that Scar or maybe even the AKM can still provide a little bit of value for these teams.
I'm excited to see Monaco come out. I really hope we get to see the nighttime map. I love the nighttime map. It makes the whole city look
Yeah.
beautiful as players are loaded in. Beautiful blue seas of Monaco, the nice races, racetrack, chapel there, one of the staples of the city. Excited to see what we're gonna get here in the action as we're getting ready to go ahead and load into the game. Go ahead and see what our players are gonna be rocking here today.
And once again, the double medium heavy coming out of both teams. No surprise there. I still want to see a light eventually, but
It's sunset, dang it.
oh no, not the sunset. But you know what? I think this is still a beautiful, beautiful map. Even though the sun is out, sun's out, buns out as right away. It looks like we're gonna have a glitch barrel being picked up. They're definitely gonna try their best to hit all three players to play aggressive if they're able to hit that glitch barrel. But it looks like
Where I see no? Oh no, he dropped it. Never mind. He said, "No, I don't want this barrel. Leave it right here."
definitely didn't want anything to do with that barrel as they're gonna be touching. And notice how they touch the vault, but they're actually not gonna control it per se.
Glitch
They're
barrel
gonna
coming out. Hit two players.
be hitting two players, and Shikby already getting down to 30% health, gonna be running away for his life, and it's gonna be no idea playing super aggressive, trying to get the first pick here, and that's exactly what we're gonna see as Swako gets eliminated first, and that's the heavy. So they're gonna definitely take this advantage. They're not going to try to aggress on the last medium as Sigby is gonna be playing his life. Instead, they're gonna be controlling the vote, and they're gonna try to go for the cash out now. I don't know if going for B is the best idea since it's out in the open. I would imagine that they're going to be going for A, but no idea. It's not really. Oh, no, they're going to be going for B regardless. They know something that I don't know.
Yeah, this point is really hard to push up. Because first of all, you have to clear the team off this roof. It seems like set up on this roof right here in the building next to it. So first you have to clear them off of that. And a lot of teams like to play fallback. So as they get cleared and pushed back, they like to fall back towards cash out, play around this building. So it's really about controlling these two buildings. I've said that word so many times in that statement. But it's really just taking control of these buildings to really push in and take that you're able to take the cash out. As we see that no idea is setting up. I don't know if Z and BURTS know where they're set up at. They're still looking for them. Wasting a lot of time on the clock. You're at 25, just over 15% of the cash out.
Yeah, the time is indeed ticking. They're trying to use. I think they're pretty aware now as they can hear them above them taking this jump pad. I would imagine, but I think No Idea is doing a good job of just going back and forth, like you said, between these buildings. But BURTS, they're just gonna play super aggressive and No Idea right behind their tail as the fight has started. Both bubbles being used already and not much damage being done. There's another RPG being down, and here comes the fight as Mr. Stark is trying his best, but he's the last one alive, and just like that, they're gonna be taken down in a matter of seconds.
And that's going to be cash out going over to BURTS here. Only 25% going to be left on the clock. Just enough time for one push to come through. It's going to be very tight, very close. But if they can get a really quick team wipe, it looks like they do get the close spawn here as they're rotating over. See what we're going to have in store here. Looks like BURTS is going to go ahead and set up on site. They're not going to go ahead. Just go. Yeah, the fight's going to go ahead and break out here. They have only a few seconds to get this down. They need to go fast.
Notice how they had to jump pad down and just try to get that sneaky damage from up in the air. But Mr. Derby is going to try his best to just hop in, and he needs to commit to that, has no other option. And just like that, BURTS, they're going to be able to take this cash out once again, and they're going to be in the lead 1-0 already.
Look here. for BURTS. Oh, no, sorry, not for BURTS, for No Idea here. Another cash out gonna have to come in. Vault 2 is gonna go ahead and be spawned here. I don't know what's going on, but it's not looking good for No Idea. They're not getting early kills. They're not doing really well in the team fights.
I think from what I can see is they're kind of getting singled out. It looks like Bursts are just doing a good job of trying to do explosive damage to a specific person. So as you see the fights go on, 3-4 seconds into the fight, Bursts already get one pick, and it's usually on the medium.
And as we're gonna see a fight break out on the crane, they're not gonna get the full thing, but they are gonna get that quick little zip line. They're trying to climb up, take this initiative in the fight, but they realize they're not gonna get it because they're not gonna get there in time. They're gonna be, they don't want to take even. They want to take that advantage. They want to do that damage. As I'm gonna go ahead and say, go ahead and shack out in this building. Vault 2 is still right around the corner. They're not gonna go ahead and grab it yet. Chickpea rotating the crane around. They want to go ahead and hop straight onto the vault, potentially get back up with a zip line, potentially. Oh man, this is so funny to watch. Just the crane around.
It's just a slow rotation for sure, as they're all standing, trying to get as much information as possible. But notice this play. I mean, it's a big play. They got big height advantage here. But I mean, their goal here, they're trying to bait No Idea into touching the vault first. But No Idea, they're very aware of this, which is why they're not going for the play. But eventually someone's gonna have to make the move.
And just so you guys know, we no longer have stalling clause in. But we wanted to go ahead and test out with the split one masters how teams would play. So if they wanted to, Swaco's, Chickpea, and Z and Burst could stall this out, but they are gonna go ahead and go for the vault. Mr. Derp running in to start it up. Can he get back in time? Will he be safe? Yes, he will. They're gonna make it back into the building here.
See, and that's what happens when nobody has that assault rifle. They're just looking down on shotguns, and they're just essentially just tickling Mr. Derp there, right? And I think it was a smart idea. Although Mr. Derp's on heavy, and he's technically definitely the slowest character in the team, he's also the tankiest character. So even if he takes any damage, the mediums are right there with the healing beams ready to heal him back up. Now the question is Mr. Derp going to go out there to get the vault right again, or are they going to wait for Birds to
play!
Oh, it looks like they're gonna be taking down the crane, but Birds are gonna use that to get the ball away. And again, they still have this height advantage, but they're gonna be going right back down. They're trying to make a play for the boat, as they have a glitch barrel as well. They're definitely gonna try their best to use this properly, but I think they have lost sight of the enemy team. But they're going to be showing themselves right away, as Mr. Derp is going to be taking lead here. And he has the shotgun out. And are we going to be able to see a good rocket?
Oh no, Chickpea!
Chickpea being caught out. And just like that, Chickpea's going to be dead. And No Idea is going to have this one-man advantage here, which is very good, as they're going to be throwing the vault. And Mr. Derp playing super aggro. He needs to get this kill. And he is going to be able to get it.
As he's just go ahead and rat out in this building. He's going to play time, play for the coins, and quick cash, unlimited coins. On whenever you want. And I just want to say, that boy Swaco, I don't know if you saw it in the crane. That boy was itching to get a rocket off. That boy was going left, right. He was moving. As cash out is going to be C here. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get the platforms. So we are going to have standard issue for the map. But it's one of the more fun buildings to play at. This building generally gets completely destroyed, especially whoever lives here. Like, you're gonna have to wait like a couple years before you got a new house. But yeah, this is one of the more interesting cash outs. A lot of teams like playing between these buildings. Like, you're gonna see a lot of window hopping here. Buildings as teams start to push up, try and take these fights here. As we see that both teams see each other, getting ready on the building. Barrels going out, jump pad out. Flying through the air, just going ahead with Z, and we're slowing down here.
Yeah, it definitely looks like they were going to play aggressive there, but Birch is doing a good job with just disengaging. Definitely did not want to take that fight. I would imagine they want to take height before they do anything, but No Idea is going to try their best. Oh, and there it is, Birch trying to take over height, and they're going to be going onto the sea. So I would imagine they're going to bait this cash out here, and they're gonna be baiting. No idea to go down.
They got it!
They're sticking this. They're sticking it. They're gonna get it. There's no way. But the fight has started, and it looks like it's all over the place.
Oh,
Especially
no!
they're missing a kill. Wow.
Oh, no, what a tragedy. They got the steal, they got the damage, not able to recognize the surface left. They're playing so well, so slow to get those 3 early shots onto the last player of No Idea. No Idea has 1 shot to take this cash out. Have a really good spawn here. They're going to have a decent amount of time to take this fight out.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna have more than enough time to get a pick or two and then be able to steal it. But no burst. They're not afraid of just sticking these catchers, as we saw earlier. They did take a lot of damage. They have to be very careful here, as No Idea just has to try their best to just kind of stay alive. And the fight has started.
Oh,
Makes all over the
wait.
place.
Can they do it? Don't go, no, steal it.
Oh, not gonna be able to. There's not enough time, unfortunately. About 2 seconds too short. But that was a very close one. No Idea got very lucky that time was in their favor, because like I said, 2 more seconds and this map would have been over.
I don't know about you, but I think they might have had enough time to at least attempt that steal at the end. Maybe it's because he accidentally let go that he ended up saying, hey, I don't have enough time. I let go on accident. I'm just gonna go ahead and res my team. It's completely fine. They have 1 more chance here to stay in this tournament. Remember, this is lower semifinals. If they lose this game, they are eliminated. So 1 chance left here for No Idea to potentially take us to a map.
Potentially, for sure. And this is looking like another repeat of map number 1, where it's once again 1-1 going to the last cash out. It's going to go down to the wire. And these are the type of matches you love to see. There's no big skill gap that you can see. Although BURTS might be looking like they're winning most of the fights, it's still going to the 3rd cash out every single map. It's still being a neck to neck. And that's what you love to see about the finals. Although you might have a team that just might seem better skill wise, time definitely plays a factor, and all it takes is 1 bad fight for the underdog team to take over. Now, as we're gonna see, they're gonna be starting A already, and they're gonna be disengaging. They're gonna go back around, and they're gonna try to take this hide on them. But it looks like No Idea is trying to sniff them out, and there you go. They know exactly where everyone is. Oh, that's a huge glitch barrel.
Oh, this fight is getting hot and intense. Okay, that did not sound right, but anyway, anyways, we have to get damage from it has not changed possession quite yet. And it's so funny watching Chapel fights here on Monaco, because most of the time when you watch these fights come out, they're generally switching places. You're on one side of the chapel. Okay, I'm gonna drop down to the bottom of the chapel, go to the other side, go back to the roof. Like, bro, we're just going in circles. Can you guys like stop doing that? Stop playing game of cat and mouse and like fix tape. Like, I'm tired of y'all like playing Ring Around a Rosie on this in this area.
No, 100%. As casters, we definitely want to see just action non-stop. But these players, they're very, very, very well trained, as they're going to get the first pick. First, getting the first pick. But the revive is going to happen. They're trying to do as much heal as possible. But all hell is breaking loose. And it's a battle, and C is trying to especially get a pick. And they are going to be successful on that.
Oh, like no!
Wait.
Oh, that's it. BURTS are a win. They're not going to have enough time to go for a steal. BURTS going to take their victory lap. And that's the game.
Wait, I was so confused there for a second. No, it looks like Mr.
No,
BURTS team actually won. It was No Idea. The way the fight looked, it looked like BURTS was winning it. It looks like Z was getting some free shots on a lonely medium. But it looks like the other 2 players were able to single out everybody else. And just like that, No Idea, out of nowhere, making a comeback, bringing it home. And we're going to get a map number 3.
Oh, man. And you know what map it is. It's your favorite map, Elvin. We are going to Vegas. On North American servers, I mind.
Oh, no, yeah, these North American servers, yeah, that's definitely going to pay a big advantage for BURTS for sure. They have 3 NA players. No Idea only has 1. So it's kind of, it's a very tough situation to be that one lonely NA player in a team, because the team kind of just expects you to just really go above and beyond. Because if your one NA player kind of starts falling short on his own connection, it's not gonna translate well to the rest of the team and their confidence. But hey, anything can happen. Once again, we love to see an underdog story. No idea coming out of nowhere, being able to win that last team fight at the most crucial time, being able to take that home. That's some great finals gameplay, if you ask me.
I gotta say, that is so spicy, so exciting to watch. I'm not gonna lie. I got a little lost. I got the names mixed up here. Like we saw, like Burt's was in the lead right there at the start of the map here, and at the start of that fight, and I was like, oh no, there's no way they're gonna get. All of a sudden, you just, I think it was Chickpea go down and like trying to get a res, and it just like snowballed from there. And I'm like, okay, all purple just turned to blue, or blue, blue, and I'm just like, what's going on?
Wait, what just happened? No, and that's exactly what happens with these shotguns. People are dying left and right super fast. Back then in the meta with the scars, it took maybe a second or two more to get those picks, especially when the medium is consistently heal beaming their teammates. But because of the shotguns, you have that burst damage. If you have two mediums shotgunning another medium at the same time, there it is, lights out in half a second. You're done for, right? So these fights are happening really fast. They're taking a long time. They're trying to, like you said, they're playing a game of cat and mouse. But when it's time for action, it's time for action, and these fights are over in a jiffy. They're over super fast.
I just gotta say, great plays coming out from Z. Z, always a standout player here in these tournaments. It's definitely exciting to watch him and Birds play. I think honestly all of them have won, like everyone on Birds at this point has won like one shot MVP at this point. They've all gotten their care packages. But yeah, it's definitely exciting to watch these players play here. No idea. Mr. Derp coming out, putting on a clinic,
Yeah.
just leading his team, making sure everyone's in the right position, taking fights together. Like you said, at the start of the map, it wasn't looking good for them. They were playing split. They weren't playing cohesive. And then like right after you said it, it's like a switch flipped in their mind, and all of a sudden, hey guys, why are we not playing together? Why are you playing so spread out? Why are we getting isolated? Group up on me. Like, group up. We gotta take these fights together. Let's isolate them. Let's put them in the bad positions. That's exactly what they did.
It's exactly what they did, and they were very successful. The question is, are they going to be able to keep that momentum over to map number 3? That is the question. And although we didn't get to see the scoreboard, maybe you did, Stars. Who do you know who was a standout player that map? For no idea.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of stuff's going on the back end. So
No,
I
no, no,
low
yeah.
key missed it. I'm not gonna lie. I missed it. I missed that. I'll do better. I'll get that for y'all. I'll do better for y'all.
But you know what?
uh,
We gotta pay a huge respect to Stars. If you don't know, Stars is doing it all right now. Not only is Stars casting, but he's also in communication with the teams, making sure the lobbies are ready. He's spectating the lobby as well, making sure we get this POV. Stars literally has like a million things in his brain as he's casting with us right now. So we gotta pay a huge respect, because I know if I was in your shoes, Stars, I probably would have quit last week. I'm not gonna lie to
my
you.
boy Elvin said the lights were too bright. But I want to give a quick shout out to Praise. Happy birthday to your mother, Ashley. I hope you're enjoying your time with her today. And I also want to give a shout out to Boss Sauce, one of our tournament organizers for our Tekken tournament. Oh no, everything.
Ooh.
Have a Tekken tournament happening, starting $25 prize pool. So if you are a fan of the finals and you also are a fan of Tekken, go ahead and hop in those tournaments. Play against a lot of great players and get a good experience. It's a lot of fun. So shout out to Boss Sauce for handling things today. I know it wasn't in his schedule. He has another tournament. He has to do W2I later today. So thanks for coming out today and helping us out on the back end with all the data and all the.
Definitely a big shout out to all those people, and I think it's great to see a organization like Breakout being able to not only host tournaments for the finals, but also Tekken and many other titles. And we love to see that, because that's, as a competitive player myself, we definitely love to see organizations definitely stepping up. Maybe when the devs are just too busy working on the game, so then we have these third party websites or organizations or teams coming together and bringing out these great events for sure. Because I mean, yeah, who else is doing it like Breakout is right now for the finals? Like, come on, let's be real. Let's be
Yeah.
real here.
Who's doing it? Who's doing it? No, but going into map 3, what are you hoping to see here? I'm hoping to see Sandstorm. Not sure about you, Elvin. I know a lot of players hate Sandstorm, but it's like the only like game mode that actually like changes the map.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Personally, I've always been a big fan of Sandstorm. I love the locations of the catch outs. It completely changes the way you play the map, and it's not a very popular opinion. But Sandstorm, although it's a little hard to see sometimes, you can definitely use that as an advantage, especially if you're a sneaky light using that invis. But again, we're probably not going to see that, as we're most likely once again going to see a triple heavy shotgun, especially in this map. I would be very, very interested to see a huge change in the guns here, because Vegas is one of those maps where the Model 1887 just has a lot of value here. It's a lot of the
Fight's
votes
working out.
just like that right in the beginning.
We're gonna go ahead and I'm not gonna lie, I'm tired of these colors changing. Like, obviously, it's based on like when the team's in the lobby, who gets in first, who gets in second here. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see Mr. Dirt. No idea. Go ahead and going up. I think this is hotels, is it? Oh, this is. I have no idea. I'm lost on where we are.
We're gonna go window. The fight is going to get started at Bumblebee and you. C4 being placed. The C4 not gonna be able to do much, but C being the first one getting taken out. But Swaka's gonna be doing a good job of getting that rest, and just like that, picks are happening left and right. Mr. Dirt being the last one alive and very, very, very low. So he's gonna try his best to just stay alive, wait for his team to coin back in. He's gonna be sitting in a corner, making sure he's not making too much noise. But his team is already spawning back up, and Volt hasn't been started. So although No Idea lost this very first fight, this very first engagement, it's not going to translate to too much damage going forward, because hey, as we can see, usually the team that gets the Volt, that touches the Volt, doesn't always 100% mean they're going to secure the cash out. So No Idea definitely still in a good position to take this over, as BURTS are going to be taking this height advantage here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Artie. I let you down. You gave me all these call out sheets and locations on the map, and I'm over here fumbling the bag, especially on Vegas, our home country, our home state, our home, like one of our major cities.
Oh yeah, one of the major cities for sure. Oh man, Vegas have a lot of bad memories. I lost so much money. That's another story for another time, though, as it looks like BURTS are definitely going to be securing the bag here, and they're going to be trying to put this in right away. But
huge rocket!
Oh, huge rocket for sure, as Mr. Derp is playing super aggressive. He needs to get this pig, and he's going to be able to get 1, 2, and just like that, No Idea are going to be able to get 2 pigs. I do believe there's one person. No, I think they all died, and just like that, No Idea are going to be winning the fight, playing super aggressive. And this is exactly what I was talking about in the very beginning, before map 1 started. Although this is an EU team, I would love for them to play very aggressive and catch BURTS by surprise, and that's exactly what we saw. And they were very, very, very well input there, as they're going to be winning that.
I've never seen the setup before. Generally, when you're watching these teams play, they're setting up like inside the kitchen prep area, or you'll see them playing around the roof area for this cash out, or even on the exit stairs. But no, this is the first time I've seen someone set up in the hallway. We're going towards the ballroom here. I've never seen anyone set up, so I'm very interested to see what they're gonna do. We have BURTS over here setting up here. Are they gonna drop the cash out? No, they're just gonna jump. No, they did a good drop out. They're coming out. Rocket comes out. Chick running for their lives. Huge damage coming out from the side of No Idea. Who's retired? Getting a good kill. You're whipping your shot. Wait, no, you gotta hit those. Huge fight coming here. I think it's down to Mr. Dirtbash. I think it's the last one alive. Yes, he is. And that's gonna be No Idea going down here. Very close fight, I gotta say.
A very close fight. For a second there, it looked like BURTS was losing as we saw Swako. He had the ability to get a kill, but ended up not being successful. But although he wasn't successful, Z and Shigby ended up coming out of nowhere and being able to get the trades that they needed. Now, there's not much time left at all. That's going to be a first cash out going in over to BURTS' side.
And let's go ahead and take a look at this. Right, got Swako leading the charge for his team. Super tired, doing really well today. Leading the charge with 4 kills, 2 assists here, only 2 deaths here. So it's really cool to see like how these teams, kind of team creation is. It seems like BURTS love to play around Swako here, generally, and it looks like Greg is basically, hey, we're gonna play around you. We don't want to get our kills. We're gonna try and get these kills. As you have another fight breaking out on top of the dome, huge damage coming out. It looks like BURTS just got absolutely demolished. Mr. Derp said, hey, you guys don't need me. I'll leave it up to you.
Well, no, yeah, they're definitely going to be handling business there. That fight was over in seconds. That was very interesting to see. But again, Volt hasn't been touched. They are going to get control of the Volt, but it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to be able to play this, because although BURTS got wiped, they're practically already back on the map, and by the time they get control of this Volt, BURTS are going to be right around the corner. So they got to be this is about predicting where birds are spawning. If they're able to predict where birds spawn, then they're able to go to the opposite side of the map and be able to set up early. But what they need to do is not set up too far away, because birds, as we saw, they're not afraid to bait you out and go for the steal right away. And when they go for that steal, they usually lead up with a very, very convincing fight. So if they're going to be able to set up this cash out, they got to make sure that they have a better setup.
As BURTS is go ahead and set up on hotels. They're gonna go ahead and start crossing streets. They recognize that No Idea is set up inside here. No Idea cash out. Like I said, finals. This game right here, map number 3. It's over as they come out like they're the Kool-Aid man coming through the roof. Not getting good damage. They're getting good damage put on them. We have a kill for the Tyrus coming out, getting that early pick on. I have no idea to kill. We got a killer pick on the Z's. Playing up top. He's the last one alive.
Wow.
He's up to face over. Goes out. Yes. Yeah, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna get it. He's gonna hit the pocket. He's making help from Ray coming out. He's gonna go down. Bucko clutch out here. One more shot will do it. Ray, he's going. He's not gonna get it. Bucko closing out that team fight, winning for his team, and they're gonna be able to steal this cash out thing.
And that was a close one. It looked like it ended up being a 1v1 as both teams decided to go for the rest. And just like that, they're going to be able to burst, are going to be able to take that over. But it was super, super close. But look at this. This time around, there's way more than enough time for another fight. No idea. They have a couple of seconds to work with here, but they have to be fast. They can't take too much time. And they're going to be spawning right around the building as well. So this fight is going to happen right away. And BURTS, they usually have a good job of just playing cat and mouse here. And they're going to be going around. They're going to be turning around, and they're going to be flanking them instead. Are they going to be able to get a huge RPG here, though? It's going to come down to the RPG, and that's going to hit break for a lot of damage. It's going to get healed up right away, though. Both RPGs already being used as they're still just playing Tom.
They went in one by one, and that's pretty much going to do it. BURTS going to be taking the win here on map number 3. They're going to take that. They're going to take the round. They're going to take the series here. BURTS coming out on top. Man, yeah, what a game.
What a game indeed. You know what? You're very right about that. I don't know if you can pull up the scoreboard, but I would love to see the scoreboard here. I don't know if that's the thing you can do on Spectator though.
Yeah, we should be able to do it. Just give me 1 second. We'll go ahead and get the next game.
But you brought up a good point where No Idea kind of did the thing that's losing them these games. They got a little antsy. I think they're focusing too much on time, and I think they don't have enough time to recollect themselves and think, oh, maybe we should take a step back and recollect ourselves and push as a unit. Because instead they're going in one by one. But let's take a look at this scoreboard. As wow, it looks like Swako over the side of things getting the most elims and a lot of combat damage as well. But again, in the other side of things, it looks like Mr. Derp wasn't able to pull out the same amount of damage and impact that Swaka was able to do on that heavy. But instead, it was Acoustic that was able to be the standout player for no idea as to getting 9 big eliminations. That's a lot. And then look at the support. Not only did he have most damage, but he also had the most heals on his team.
Yeah, Akusa retired, putting in a lot of work for his team right there. Obviously, Sweet said we were talking about earlier, Sueko over here carrying a lot of the brunt and the load for his team over there as well. It's just really unfortunate to see no idea going out this early. They really needed those points going into week number 4 to
Ooh.
even try to qualify. There right now, I think they're, if I remember correctly, they're sitting in like 14th place on the leaderboard. So trying to get into that top 8 to qualify for the Split 2 Masters, which once again is invite only. You have to be that in that top 8 to qualify. It's gonna be really, really hard for them. They really need a really good performance next week to even have a shot at that.
So just so we're all aware, as they although they did lose, are what are the chances that no idea can still make it into the invitational?
Honestly, with the way that they've been performing these last few weeks, obviously they've fallen short. But I think if they can get at least another top 4 finish going in to in coming in 2 weeks, actually, it's the following weekend after this one. Not the one that's right up next, the one after that. If they get a very good top 4 finish there, I think they have a good shot at closing. But it really depends if they finish top 4. If they, I think if they finish